Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you another bi-weekly grocery haul and meal prep, meal plan, recipes, all of that. I just shared one of these recently that I filmed a couple weeks ago, but you're actually going to get a Sunday through Wednesday plan the last time you got a Wednesday through Saturday plan. Hopefully that makes sense. I meal prep / grocery shop twice a week. I find it's the easiest for me in my busy schedule, and I usually cook twice a week. And I guess I consider it meal prep because I am prepping for the meals ahead, but a lot of people in the comments of my last video considered it like component prep or ingredient prep. I don't know, my brain doesn't see it like that. I see it as meal prep because I'm prepping for the meals ahead. A meal is essentially breakfast, lunch, or dinner, not the components or the dish. So I don't know, you can call it whatever you want, I don't care. But I do have the grocery haul today. I went shopping yesterday actually. Instead of shopping on Sunday, I actually shopped on Saturday because it just worked better for me. I got everything I needed and I wrote out a meal plan. I am using things that we already have on hand too, but I will show you what I am prepping for the week. I'll show you my grocery haul, and then at the end of this video, I'm actually gonna share with you the meals that I will have ready to go, so you can have all of that. So this will hopefully give you some motivation. If you are someone who likes to meal prep once a week or do it daily, whatever, I mean, do what works best for you. This just works best for me. Time-wise, I can spend about an hour on Sundays and an hour on Wednesdays, and then we're good to go for the week. Do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up. You knew that was coming. And of course, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get started with the grocery haul. Okay, let's jump into this grocery haul. I spent about $75. I just took out the food items of my haul. I'm not showing you like the essentials or what I bought for my husband's lunch, just what I'm using for the meal plan this week. So everything over here came from Trader Joe's, my preferred store, and then just these few things came from Kroger. So I have the original Boca burgers. I actually figured out I really like these if I pan fry them. So does my husband. He grew up eating these. So I like them. They were on sale. Grabbed 2 boxes of those. I have the low sodium rice cakes because I thought this would be really good as a breakfast component or as a snack for me. My husband doesn't love rice cakes, so he can have a different snack that is already in our cupboard. Please keep in mind, this is not all the food I have on hand, just what I bought for the next few days meal plan, and then I'll be using other things that I have in my pantry as well. I have an onion, cherries. To be honest, there was actually 2 of these. I already ate one. I was just like nibbling on them this morning. This one already has some gone out of it too. And yeah, cherries don't last long. This is just a snack, so how was a snacking? Bananas are so cheap at Trader Joe's, so we grabbed 6 of those for smoothies this week. I'm obsessed with tomatoes, like obsessed. Have always been my entire life, and now that I'm pregnant, even more so. Got some peppers, a cucumber, 2 sweet potatoes. I say this all the time, but one thing I really like about Trader Joe's is they sell them by the potato. So this potato weighs, hold on, we have to weigh it. 1.5 pounds, and it was 88 cents. So much cheaper than at my regular grocery store where they're usually 99 cents a pound. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you and you can find the big potatoes, always worth checking out because they're so much cheaper than at the regular grocery store. So I grabbed 2 of those. I also decided to grab butternut squash. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I buy these cheap and then I got this, you know, all ready to go, but sometimes you just cut corners where corners are wanted. I don't know. I always buy my butternut squash like this. Have for years. I don't know, I just do. Avocado to go. There's already one missing out of here. These are for breakfast this week. We have some bread on hand, plus I can make more bread. But we will do like avocado toast. My husband really likes that. Asian style stir-fry veggies. I've never bought these from Trader Joe's before, but I thought this would be really good for the idea that I had for dinners this week. I should stop saying week. My meal prep is bi-weekly. Lots of romaine because I do a salad every day, a huge salad. So I also have some extras so my husband can have a salad. The riced cauliflower stir fry. I don't think I've ever had this from Trader Joe's before, but I wanted to do a veggie instead of actual rice because I'm tired of rice, but I wanted a rice component. So using that for a dinner. Green beans, and then for breakfast this week we're doing smoothies. So I picked up some cherries because that sounded good, and then some very berry blend. We also have frozen mangoes, strawberries, and blueberries frozen in the fridge. So this will probably last the entire week, but our game plan, like I said, is just Sunday-ish because today's Sunday, through Wednesday. So there is my haul, roughly around $75. Ways I could save a lot of money. Oh, shredded carrots. I didn't point those out. So I could save a lot of money if I didn't buy shredded carrots like this. But sometimes I just like to cut corners, and honestly, the price of this compared to like baby carrots or carrots really isn't that different, and it saves me some time. Same with the butternut squash. I know I have to cut the sweet potatoes anyways, but it saves me a little bit of time, and then price-wise, it's really not that bad. So there's ways I could save a lot of money in my haul, like make my own rice cauliflower, make my own stir-fry veggies, but I'm trying to be in and out of my kitchen in 1 hour. Let's go meal prep. Breakfast this week, I actually have 2 options, so they probably will last all week, especially the smoothies. Breakfast for the next few days is going to be smoothies. I personally have been using this protein powder in my smoothies since the first trimester when I could start tolerating smoothies again. Guys, pregnancy is bizarre. If you know, you know. But I really like this one. It's plant-based, it has extra fiber in it, and it has 20 grams of protein. And all I'll do is just add either water or almond milk, whichever sounds good in the morning. Add either a half or full banana and then some berries. Like I said, we do have blueberries and mangoes also in our freezer right now, but I thought cherries and berries sounded really good. This is my favorite. And I love eating these thawed too, just like a little bit frozen, but mostly thawed. So good. But I thought it would be a really good breakfast to kind of switch it up because we've been doing a lot of pancake bake recently, and I just wanted something different. And I always try to add a protein in at every single meal. I get asked a lot about the protein I use, so lucky for you, Bellway actually has an amazing discount for you on all of their products with today's video. One of the best ways to take care of your digestive health is to maintain your fiber intake. Fiber can relieve and prevent bloating, gas, indigestion, and other uncommon symptoms related to your gut. The super fiber in Bellway keeps you feeling full for longer, which is why I love to add it into my smoothies. But also I use their greens every single day. I shared with you guys a while back in my what I eat in a day for second trimester that I was having a hard time eating veggies. So I made sure to at least get a servings of greens. So I was getting some dietary fiber every single day. Bellway is organic, all-natural, vegan, keto, paleo-friendly, and gluten-free. Click the link in my description box to save 25% off your first order at bellway.com. Lunch this week is going to be big, huge salads, and I'll share with you all the components I'm getting ready to put in those this week. Come on, Google. Pickled onions, but I don't have white vinegar, so I'm going to use apple cider vinegar instead. I guess you can interchange it. So let's get some onions chopped, and we'll get those on the stovetop too. I wanted to touch really quickly on why I decided to do a mix of convenient items and kind of full on made from scratch. I guess it's kind of the same as if you want to make your own pickles versus buy your own pickles, that kind of theory. But I have to allow for some convenience foods in our budget. Otherwise, I just don't have the time. I work 60 to 70 hours a week at my job, so there is no way I can fit in anymore, especially with my energy ebb and flowing being pregnant. This is my first pregnancy, so I don't know what I'm going to get day to day. Right now, I'm in that sweet spot where everything feels really good, but our budget allows for those items, so I purchased them. Once, way back when we were working towards becoming debt-free, I did not buy any convenience items. I made everything from scratch. So now my allotment in my budget is higher. I shared with everybody on my last video what our budget is per week, and a lot of people gawked at it, and they're like, oh my gosh, you spend how much? But I don't spend all of it every single week. And because I do buy more convenience items, sometimes I buy, the packets of rice that you just microwave. Sometimes I buy just rice that you have to make on the stovetop. It really just kind of depends. So I just wanted to clarify that really quickly. If you really want to save a lot more money, you can definitely do all of these things, make them from scratch, shred your own carrots, all that stuff. But sometimes it's nice to have a mix of both, just so we're not spending hours and hours and hours in our kitchen when we don't have the time for it. So for salads this week, I did decide to do the red onions, which turned out really good. I think I actually prefer it with apple cider vinegar. And I did about a tablespoon of honey. You can do maple syrup, sugar, coconut sugar, whatever your preference is. But you just add a little bit of that and then let the water boil. And then you set it on the countertop until the water is completely cooled. Add the lid, and then put it in your refrigerator. They're supposed to sit for about 3 days. I'll be honest, I never let them sit for that long. 24 hours is good for me. And then I went ahead and chopped some peppers to also add to the salads and some cucumbers. I also have shredded carrots on hand. And as far as a protein source, I had gotten chickpeas. I just had gotten them a couple of weeks before, so they were already in my pantry, and I decided to use that as a component of protein and fiber. I know I talk a lot about fiber, but like it's really, really important to me. I think it's a great component along with protein to have in your diet, a lot of it every single day. So I'll do chickpeas with my salad. I have had issues with food aversions, so I'm just kind of going day to day to see what protein sounds good to me, but right now we're sticking with chickpeas. And like I said, as long as I have a lot of veggies, a good dressing, those onions were so good, maybe some olives if that's what we have in our pantry, but I'll just kind of use the components that I've bought in past grocery hauls. I don't have everything that I'm sharing with you guys here today. I'm just kind of showing you the prep that I did. Dinner for these few days was Boca Burger Bowls. These were so good. I will probably make them again next week. Have my stovetop set up here, and I'm going to spray the black ones. I don't spray my stainless steel. Going to make these Boca Burgers and put together the dinner idea that I had for this week. These Boca Burger Bowls were so good and like incredibly easy. I think in total these would take 10 minutes to prep because I'm just using my stovetop and I'm making the cauliflower rice, the stir-fry veggies, and the Boca Burgers all at once. So easy. I did add a little bit of soy sauce. I get this question a lot in my most recent videos. Am I still gluten-free? I covered this in multiple videos, and I feel like I'm always talking about the same things, but since there's always new people popping in or people that haven't popped in for a while, technically, yes, I'm still gluten-free. However, I have had so much reprieve through pregnancy. I asked my OB about it, and she said sometimes people, when they have a gluten intolerance, not celiac, repeat, not celiac, when you have a gluten intolerance and sometimes have little flare-ups from gluten, when you are pregnant, they just don't appear because you're growing a human. And sometimes their DNA and your DNA kind of give you a reprieve from it. I've asked a lot of other women. I've asked here on YouTube, and it seems to be like the going consensus. So right now I can eat gluten. It doesn't bother me. I don't have like the same tummy issues. So that is why you see gluten in all these recipes. Post-pregnancy, we'll see. My body might change. Your body is always changing. But I did have a lot of issues with gluten intolerance. So it's nice to have a little break from that, if I'm being honest. So these bowls were super good. They were kind of like Asian inspired. My husband had them with regular rice. I had brown rice packets that he could just heat up. And then I'll show you some extra components that I also made for these salads and for these bowls as well. Give it a look-see as to what we have done here. So dinner components, ingredients. This is dinner prep. I have the rice cauliflower, the Boca Burgers, and the stir fry that I'll put together. And my husband has rice packets that he will use most likely. He'll probably use some of this too. For salads, most likely this will all be used for salads, but the green beans, the sweet potatoes, and the butternut squash can also be put into this dish as well. And then of course I have the other salad and smoothie items and snacks back there. But I made the roasted sweet potatoes, there's some green beans mixed in there, chopped up some veggies, made the onions, and then roasted some butternut squash and some green beans. And now I'm gonna share with you the meals as we eat them throughout the week so you can kind of get a visual of what we're having. all the fun videos I have linked for you below if you need more inexpensive how to eat healthy for cheap recipe ideas. I love here on my channel just to share what works for me and my husband, and that changes every so often. It changes with the way we eat, how we prep, how we grocery shop, all of that. But I hope overall to give you some inspiration in your own kitchen. So make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you soon in a new video. Bye.